So on June 14th, 2026, Oliver Tree sadly tragically passed in a helicopter accident. Um, this was, of course, a shock to me, to many. Um, we lost a really good musician, but a brilliant personality and character that day. It's very sad, especially at 32. It feels similar to when Liam Payne died. You used to seeing them everywhere. And of course, you see something subsequently, which keeps them alive, which is good. But through things they film beforehand, and then later comes out, and you've got everything what's there. But so it's weird to think that they're gone. You don't feel like they are, but then you're reminded. Um, but I think it's great that a part of them lives on for everything what's out there. Um, and I think it's important to celebrate his life. And since I'm a comedy channel, I usually look at funny things, tragic circumstances here, but I thought I'll do my part in honouring and celebrating his life by bringing you and reacting to some funny Oliver Tree moments. His personality, for me, was my favourite thing. What I saw, I didn't know him incredibly well. Of course, I didn't know him at all. But I didn't know as a musician only. Now I've been listening to a lot of his stuff, but I saw him first. It was a collaboration with Blink 182 called Don't Let Me Down, which I quite liked. But then I saw lots of clips with him everywhere. And I thought this guy's a funny guy. He's got a brilliant personality. He's really likable. And he's always cracking everyone up. It cracked me up. So I thought, okay, let's go see some funny moments, celebrate his life, celebrate what a funny man he was. By the end, we'll have our funniest Oliver Tree moment. So the first moment I wanted to bring attention to was a video on Oliver's own channel. Um, it's a video where he attempts to break the Guinness World Record for a giant scooter. The furthest a giant scooter can go. That's part of the joke. I don't know any other giant scooters which have crossed that far, but he's got this big bold idea. It's very funny. Some hilarious moments in that. It's basically like a giant ad for his new album at the time, Ugly It's Beautiful. Very clever, very funnily done. Some moments before where they're like fake adverts, um, fake YouTube adverts for products and the tech company which have financed his project.
We live in a society where the internet tells us we're never good enough, never having fun enough, never pretty enough. Don't listen. Smile like you've never smiled before. I am beautiful. You are beautiful. Ugly is beautiful. A new fragrance for men. From the mind of Oliver Tree.
Brilliant, brilliant. Didn't expect to see that hanging from there. Very funny, very.
Through years of research and development, Meditech has created the algorithms behind some of the most high-profile platforms, brands, and influencers on the web. We are all a part of the metaverse. We are all a part of Meditech.
You would buy that. You would buy that. It looks real. It does look real. Like, you look at that, looks like a real advert. Really, this is just a really clever, hilarious little thing he's doing. Build up an advert for your album as a standard classic YouTube video with all the little things in there. Brilliant, really clever, really well done. On his way to break the record, he's just berating all those people who are helping him out before, just spleeted at them, complaining, being obnoxious. It's so
Get the next thing! Then back pad, for Christ's sake. Not so tight. Personally, no. And if you want my honest opinion, I don't think there's enough hype on this.
So many times.
He's been working on this album for damn near 5 years at this point.
Did someone get the wrong size jeans? Just put the shoes on.
He does it so well. He does it so well. Very obnoxious. Really playing that character well, and by all accounts, he just kept this character going. He just kept this throughout his career. When it comes to doing it, it is actually quite impressive, like, because it is a massive thing, and it must take a lot of actual power and strength to actually move that thing forward, like, and it's made for laugh, and he's struggling, and he's hating it the whole time, really, despite really being passionate about the idea. But looking at it, it's actually quite impressive. It actually would be difficult. Hating it. Absolutely hating it. But he plays that really well. I'm sure some real life struggle went into that. You can see he's really tensing. And of course, it's not going to have a simple ending. He's not just going to pass the finish line just like that, no problem. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be a little twist there. And what happens is pretty funny. Pretty funny.
Oh my God, I'm gonna make it! I'm gonna make it!
He's doing it! He's doing it! He's really doing it!
Yeah,
Wait, wait!
yeah.
It looks like he's falling over!
We got a man down. We're gonna need medics and first responders on the scene, and we need them immediately.
I'm surprised that didn't actually fully hurt. I mean, I'm sure there's some thing what went into doing it, but still, wow, that would be a tumble. That would, in pain, he still has to do this little humble brag.
Oliver, that was quite the spill out there. How are you feeling?
My left leg and my left arm's busted. They're telling me I may have fractured something in my neck. I'm hoping there's no internal bleeding. All I do know is I've definitely had much more gnarly wipeouts.
I'm sure he has, to be fair. Apparently he genuinely was an actual skater doing all that, so I'm sure he did have some rough tumbles. But probably not falling from a massive thing like that. I don't think he's done that before. Brilliant video. He's so funny to me. He really commits to that. It's a really great performance. I like all the little YouTube standard classic things he throws in there. And it's clever. It's clever. It's funny. It's interesting. It's very enjoyable. Fantastic Oliver Tree moment. Now, just like that first moment, Oliver was known to just pull crazy, funny little stunts, keep people wondering, do some little silly things. And a big thing people always wondered was, is his hair real? Now, he liked to play with that. Because of that, he thought, okay, people are wondering why my hair's real. Mostly because it was that bowl cut, it was that shape. People were doubting it, and so we thought, let's play with that. And led to funny little moments like this.
Me and my brother put the gloves on. When our people took the sunshine, no way. I collapsed in the middle of the street just a block away.
He obviously loves being the wind-up merchant. If he can play into something, then he will. I do love how he has that internet savvy sense of humor, and he knows what buttons to press and what things to do, and incorporating little things into his live shows as well is such a clever way to kind of, one, make people laugh with even more funny things, but also keep people guessing. Very funny, very creative mind. But Oliver didn't just wind people up gigs, pulling stunts. He also knew he could say some crazy stuff, some funny stuff, and get people wondering and make the audience laugh. here he is on the Logan Paul podcast. I mean, you might not like Logan Paul, but rest assured that he's winding them up here. Here he is on the Logan Paul podcast saying that Life Goes On, his signature song, wasn't originally titled that.
The original lyrics was Life Goes Onion. So, like, that was the original song, Life Goes Onion. And then basically there's this other song called Life Goes Onion. So the label made me change the lyrics. And it was something where once I changed the original DNA of the song, it ruined the song completely.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm dead ass right now.
For a split second there, they believe in him. He's doing what he's doing. Brilliant. I love his delivery. It's so deadpan. It's so straight. It's so right up there. And I think that's what made him so great, because you believed him, because his delivery was just so spot on. You wouldn't even think he's lying. But it gets funnier as I think his co-host believes him to begin with. Logan's not having much of it. But his co-host starts to go into this onion thing quite far. Before Logan has to say, wait, let's hold up there.
Do you like are you an onion fan?
I love onions. So
Really?
like, Funyuns are my favorite snack. Like, I eat Funyuns always. Every day, wherever I go, like, my boys bring Funyuns everywhere.
All right, if you had to choose one form of onion prepared in one way,
stop fucking
what would it? Last question. Last question.
trolling us.
What
I'll
would it-
make it quick. Onion rings, bro. I
yeah,
eat them every day.
Yeah,
Onion rings are my main thing. It's a go-to.
they're so
and I
good.
love this shit.
Do you dip them in the special
Oh,
sauce?
Mike,
course,
shut
bro.
up. I think he's trolling. Are you trolling?
No,
Bro, are
he
you
doesn't
fucking kidding
troll.
me?
Why would
The
you make a
song-
song that goes life goes
Because life is
onion?
like-
Onion.
the
That's
thing is-
fire.
Brilliant. That is one of the things which made him so funny. He was creative and fun and bizarre and weird with what he said, but the way he delivered it, you wouldn't have any inkling that he's not telling the truth. And although it's funny to see Oliver just take the mick and lead on unlikable people, he did the same with likable people too. Here he is on Howie Mandel's podcast, continuous tradition up to spinning a yarn and knowing what buttons to push, what things to say, as he tells this quite unbelievable story.
Well, I had a lot of cool, epic journeys. Spent some time with the Maasai tribe, lived in the Poo Huts. You would love them.
Poo Huts?
Yes, bro.
No, he would not like it.
Full Poo Huts. They're made by the wives, the mamas. When they're pregnant, they are forced to build the Poo Huts. So I was very grateful I got to stay in one of the Poo Huts. And,
Grateful that you're living in somebody else's.
it wasn't human feces. I actually licked it. I tasted it.
You licked a Poo Hut.
Yeah.
It's like guana.
It's delicious.
It's especially funny knowing that Howie's actually a massive germaphobe. So things like that, he's not, that's not a good thought. And I think anyone would. But again, Oliver says it with such earnestness and such devotion. A lesser person would think, yeah, okay, fair enough. That's what he did. If he says it, he did it. Very funny moment. Wherever he went, chaos followed. It always had to descend into madness, and a big moment of this is when he got 10 million followers on TikTok, which is an amazing achievement. A lot of people celebratory about that, and he is. But then this happens in this little announcement.
I just hit 10 million TikTok followers. Everybody who likes this video, I'm sending you a slice of cake. Fuck, you missed me, you dumb motherfucker. Oh, what the dude? You fucking dumbass. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Every fucking time. Fucking bullshit, dude. I fucking hate TikTok. You fucking asshole. You ruined my fucking week, dude.
I just love the fact that the cake was meant to get him. He was meant to get hit in the face with a cake. But then when he does, he doesn't like it. Classic Oliver. Doesn't make quite sense, but hilarious all the same. Classic berating them because they messed up with the cake. He hates TikTok, even though He got 10 million, and in fact, it's now sitting at 25 million. So it's doubled, more than doubled that. So well done to him, and I'm sure he'll continue to get more as time goes on, as he continues to be, through everything we've seen, a very funny person, and that clip was a great display of that. Now, that's about it. That was a lot of fun. Funniest moment there would between the scooter and his onions claim. Very funny. Two different polar opposites of his humour, all just demonstrating just what a creative, weird, bizarre, outlandish, but all the same, hilarious man he was. I think all of them just show the sense of humour he had, how he accompanied his music with crazy stuff, what would be on headlines, do really well on the internet, on YouTube, and his sense of humor was in everything because that was a big part of how he got his stuff across. But you can see it was genuine as well. You can see that he genuinely was just a funny person. That was just his personality. Very funny, creative mind. And it's beautiful that we can now see those moments and see that his memory can live on through everything we've seen. There's still some stuff to come out. I think he recently, there came out a clip, or sorry, an episode where he was on the Bad Friends game show. So there's that against Gene Simmons. So we can see that. There's other things to come out, I'm sure. Apparently, there's lots of unreleased stuff. So his memory can live on through that. And we've got a wealth of stuff you can now see online. Stuff what is still up there. Stuff like this you've just seen now. And so it's good comfort to know that he will continue to make people laugh as time goes on. Anyway, cheers for watching. Please drop this a like. Leave me a comment. What's the funniest moment? Are there any I left out which you think should be in here? Leave a like I say. I will drop a link here below to his grant that he set up. So before he died, he set up a grant. It's Dr. Oliver Tree's extremely epic art fund, where he's donating for baby geniuses. Sorry. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll link it in the description. This is a grant for people to follow their dreams, which I think is a really beautiful thing. I know he put his inheritance towards that, which is fantastic. So everything what he has accrued has now gone directly into that. So I'm going to leave that to donate. I'll donate myself. If I was monetizable, then the proceeds of this would be going to that. But of course, I'm not at the moment, but in the future, if I do become, I promise, those, any income revenue from that will go towards that grant. But I'll pop that below. Please subscribe for more funny moments. I did do one on Michael Jackson around the release of the Michael biopic, so you can go and watch that if you like. Michael Jackson's funniest moments. Slightly different style to this as before I started to do a new style, which I've started with this one on my reactions. So slightly different style, but very much looking at funny moments. That time with Michael Jackson. There's also something I did want to say concerning Oliver's passing. So there will be another video on that. So subscribe for something I need to say about that. If you want. And I'm supposed in the future as well, I'll link it on the other video when that gets made as well. I'll do that, but if you've seen this before, it won't be there, but it will afterwards. You get what I mean? But anyway, cheers. Thank you very much. God bless Oliver Tree. Life goes on, and see you in the next one.